Hi, and thank you for tuning in to this week's episode. And today I want to talk about why self-esteem is important. And I want to talk about why self-esteem is important from the perspective of what we're all dealing with right now. These are very uncertain times. And I've talked to a lot of people right now who are really scared. They're concerned. They are not sure what to do. And really what it boils down to is that it all stems from uncertainty. We don't know how long this is going to last. We don't know what's really going on with the virus and how people contract it and what we can do to protect ourselves. I mean, we do the best we can with social distancing and all the other things that we hear are good for us to do. Some people are following it better than others, but I realized today all we can do is the best that we can do. And that's it. And we protect ourselves and our families the best we can. And other than that, it's out of our hands. So all we can do is the best we can do. And why self-esteem is important is because at these times when the whole world around us is chaotic, when we have self-esteem, we're solid with who we are and where we are and what's going on. So I want to put a little perspective on some of this too. This is different from anything we've ever dealt with before, but we have been through difficult times before. I think about 9/11 and what happened after that. Again, very uncertain times. Is it okay to be in crowds of people? Is it okay to get on an airplane? Can we trust our neighbor? I mean, there were so many fears and insecurities going on, but what it all came down to was the uncertainty. Is it going to happen again? Are they going to target another city? Are they going to, But one of the other things that 9/11 did was it tended to pull people together. And I see that this is happening now too. I watch neighbors saying hi to each other that didn't say hi to each other before. I'm watching people be more courteous and more respectful of others. So I'm seeing this happen more and more. And I think when we're finally at a place where we can congregate again, I think there's going to be a new level of caring and mutual respect. I'm just hoping that's going to happen. And I know that I tend to be very optimistic, but I just see this as an opportunity once the danger has passed, that we're going to come back together even stronger than we were before, just like in 9/11. So, I remember I had a speaking engagement like a week after 9/11, and I had to get on an airplane, and I was concerned. And is it safe for me to be on an airplane right now? And I thought, you know what? I'm going to get on an airplane, because if I disrupt my way of being, then the terrorists win. And I didn't want the terrorists to win. So I got on an airplane, and guess what? I was okay. And even though I was scared and I was uncertain, and I'll admit that some people would get on the plane, a guy with a beard, and I'm like, okay, is he all right? I don't know. But I had to trust that everything was going to be okay, and it was. And I got on the airplane and I got off the airplane. And then I got on the airplane to go back home. And everything was okay. But it was another time of uncertainty. And we like things to be the way they are. We get into our routines and we tend to just go forward. But that reminds me of something else I want to talk about today, is how many things in our lives did we really take for granted? Things like going to the grocery store and feeling safe doing that. Going to a movie, going to a concert, going just out to a farmer's market, just whatever it is that you did on a regular basis, going to work. We took these things for granted. And now more than ever, even my daughter was saying the other day, I'm really looking forward to going back to school. And she said that, and I'm really glad I was sitting down when she said it. But she's looking forward to those things where it used to be, and I talk about this in my self-esteem workshops, those obstacle words that turn our hurdles into walls. Have to. I have to go to work. Oh, I have to go to school. Oh, I have to do my chores. Oh, I have to. And have to is one of those things that turns a hurdle into a wall, because what it really is it's not I have to, I get to. I get to go to school. I worked with a lot of college students. Oh, I have to go to class today. And my answer is no, you don't. You can choose to not go to school if you don't want to. You choose to. It's something you want to do. I want to get up and go to class. I get to go to class today. I get to go to work. How many people out there right now want to go back to work? And just a few months ago, oh, I have to go to work today. Today you want to go to work. You know, my Disney job, working for a DVC as a van driver, it's one of the highlights of my week when I get a shift or when I get to go there. And I really miss it. I miss the guys that I work with. I miss the leaders. I miss the guests that I get to interact with. I miss driving around the Disney property and getting to see everything. You know, I'll be driving up World Drive and a monorail goes on my path, and I just feel so grateful and so humbled to be there and have this opportunity. I get to go to work. So look for the have-tos that you can change to get-tos and want-tos. And it's amazing how that just shifts your perspective and helps you to be more grateful for the things you do have in your life. I know there are a lot of people struggling right now, and I don't want to diminish that struggle at all. But part of this is having faith that once this is all over and things go back to our new normal, because things will never be normal the way they were before. You know, all of these major shifts create a new normal for us, and then we can choose to adjust to it, or we can fight it, but fighting it just burns energy. But if you go with it and just kind of let it happen and let's see where things are going to land now, you tend to be a lot happier. So when the dust settles and we get to go back to whatever our new normal is, look for the things that you can be grateful for. And no matter how difficult things are now, know that it will pass. We've been through difficult times before. You know, we went through a Great Depression back in the 20s. I don't remember it. I wasn't born yet. But those who do remember that was a really hard time, and people didn't know if they were going to make it. What was going to happen? Are they going to be able to get a new job? Are they going to be able to support their families? So while a lot of people did struggle and had a very difficult time, many of them did come out the other end and created a better world for their children and their children's children. So these tough times that we go through, such as the Great Depression, 9/11, our world went through 2 world wars where we thought everything was going to change, and a lot of things did change, and some horrific things happened, and a lot of people died, but we came out on the other end of it. So I know it's hard to look there when we're dealing with here and now, but when we look at perspective and look at the big picture of this is a small blip in the whole of our lives. So to take a look at what we do have to look forward to in the future, and we get through these times one day at a time, and sometimes 1 hour at a time, and we do the best we can doing the best we can. And when we remember that, we're going to be a little happier and a little saner. So one of the other things I'm doing that I really enjoy doing is pretty much every day I look through my contact list and I find a lot of people that I haven't connected with in a long time. So I'll pick one of them and I'll text them, hey, what are you doing? You want to catch up? And we'll talk on the phone, we'll email, and it's pretty cool how I'm reconnecting with people that I haven't talked to in a while. So that might be a suggestion for you, something to do, because we're all kind of in the same space of sitting at home going, okay, how many more times can I walk my dog today? He's getting a little resentful. So now is the time, maybe make some new connections with some old friends and some people that you haven't connected with in a while. So it's kind of fun. So that might be something that you can do as well. But remember, our country, our planet, we've gone through rough times before, and I'm hoping that this is going to be another awakening for us, that after this we're going to come out of it and realize that there are definitely some things that need to be fixed and changed and worked on. One of the things I remember hearing is when China was doing their stay at home and their distancing, the pollution in China dropped by like 60%. And satellites could actually see cities from space again. So there's something positive that came out of something horrific, but I'm hoping that this will be the spark that we need to kind of move our society and our world into another place once this whole thing is over. And, I pray for people's safety and pray for their health, but I can only do what I can do. So that's why I'm doing this today. I'm hoping that maybe this will inspire one person out there. And that's why I do all of these, because there's one person out there who's maybe feeling a little fearful right now, and maybe something I say is going to help you, or this is going to spark you to do something else. So now more than ever, in these times when we do have extra time on our hands, now is the time to really look at the 4 parts of self and what you can do to exercise and nourish those 4 parts in order to be healthier with who you are, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And I also want to announce, I almost forgot about this, I think I mentioned here in the past, and I've been talking to a lot of friends and colleagues, that I wanted to start doing in-person workshops where people would come to Orlando and we do like a 2-hour, 3-hour intense workshop on building self-esteem. And of course now I'm not able to do in-person workshops. So what I did, I found a videographer, and we actually did my self-esteem workshop, pretty much the information that's in my book. We did a workshop, an 1.5-hour workshop, where I talked about self-esteem and defined ego versus self-esteem, and how we turn hurdles into walls, and exercising and nourishing the 4 parts of self. I kind of ran through the whole thing in a 90-minute session, and I'm going to be putting it on the web. So if you go to randyspeaks.com, you're going to find the workshop there, and if you want to download it and watch it by yourself, with friends, with family, whoever you want, it's a way to pass some time and hopefully learn some new ways that you can take better care of yourself in order to be that person that you've always wanted to be. And again, no matter where you are on that continuum between ego and self-esteem, we can all go a little bit more towards the self-esteem side. So that's what this was intended to do. So I really hope you enjoy it if it's something you choose to get. So, in conclusion, to kind of go over this again, just to sum it up, we've been through rough times before. And even though this might be a little unnerving and we're very unsure about what the future holds today, what can you do today to take care of yourself, to take care of your family, the people that you're around? Be creative, do some things to show gratitude, humility, because right now these are humbling times. And it's important to stay focused on what you can do rather than all the things that you're not able to do right now. So look for the things that we used to take for granted. Maybe make a list of all the things you're looking forward to doing once you get out of the isolation and off of the social distancing. What are you looking forward to do? I know one of the things that I'm looking forward to more than anything else is hugging my friends. I'm a hugger, and it's really, really hard not to do that. So I'm really looking forward to that once we finally are able to socialize again. Also looking forward to going to Disney again and going to my job again and all the different meetings, going to my Rotary group, going to my gym. I'm doing the online workouts, but they're just not the same as getting together with people at the gym and motivating each other and being there with everybody. One of my favorite things to do is to make people laugh, and I have a very limited audience right now, my wife and my daughter, and sometimes my mom and dad on the phone, but we will get through this, just like we've gone through a depression, and just like we went through the recession, just like we went through 9/11 and world wars, and our country went through a civil war hundreds of years ago. So if we can go through those, we can get through this, and we will. And we'll come out of it stronger than we were before. So let's look for what we do have rather than what we don't have. Let's raise self-esteem so we're more solid with who we are and what we have. So why is self-esteem important? Because right now, that's the most important thing we have, is to feel good about who we are and what we're doing and how we're taking care of ourselves and the people around us. So, that's it. Thank you for tuning in. If you like this, feel free to click the thumbs up thing and subscribe if you want more of these. Go check out my website if you'd like to look at the workshop. And I wish you well. Stay healthy, stay sane, and we will see each other down the road. Take care. Have a great day. Bye. Thanks for checking out the video. I hope you got something out of this. Feel free to click subscribe, ring the bell if you haven't already, and if you'd like more, you can click right here. All right, I hope to see you again. Take care. And if you have any questions at all, feel free to write to me and I'm happy to answer them. Have a good one. Bye.